we need to fight for revenue. We have a very real possibility of getting that through if we have enough community rising up and saying, hey, corporations need to pay their fair share. And this is not something that will be passed down to us. Companies that rely on Medi-Cal for their workers and other state benefits and public benefits, we're basically subsidizing their business model. When you have a fast food worker only getting 20-hour shifts and they work 3 jobs, it's because those companies don't want to have to pay their health care. By pushing back on that, as Senator Bonta is leading the charge on that, politically it's very hard to do, but I think we're in a moment right now where we have to fight for our fair share from these corporations that have been fleecing us. I think there's a really big opportunity for us to create a mass movement to pass these tax revenue generation items.
If we go to corporations and charge them on essentially a per capita basis for the Medi-Cal that they're not reimbursing for today, think of your favorite very large retailer who gives basically no benefits to their employees and is now at $1 trillion a year in revenue. If we go to them and say, you're going to have to pay per capita for the Medi-Cal that you're costing us, that can only go to Medi-Cal at the state level. Yes, that absolutely helps you. That doesn't go into some slush fund or get mixed up with the general fund. In fact, that's one of the reasons there's no Prop 98 share for that, because it wouldn't go to the general fund. It would go directly back to Medi-Cal reimbursement. That's what we're advocating for. Many of us think that should happen now.
Is a water's edge tax break that corporations get. Whether they're taxed on revenues that occur onshore versus offshore, it would bring as much as $4 billion a year.
It ensures that corporations that profit in California contributes back to California.
If we remove the water's edge election, we will generate an estimated $3 billion in new revenue. This is $3 billion that can be put towards schools and healthcare, $3 billion for nutrition assistance programs, $3 billion for green energy and climate programs, $3 billion to benefit all California instead of just the wealthiest corporations. For years, many voices have been growing louder, calling for a change to water's edge. As we see California taxpayers and small business owners continue to subsidize the record profits of these huge multinational corporations and, frankly, unprecedented tax breaks at the federal level for these same corporations.
By passing this bill, California has the opportunity to send a very clear message, and that is tax loopholes that unfairly benefit oil and gas industries and major corporations at the expense of everyday Californians are unacceptable.
It's time for California to undo another mistake of the Reagan era and return to a sensible tax system where everyone pays their fair share. It is time to repeal water's edge.